So, Caitlin, from your angle, what are your thoughts on this whole thing happening with BlackRock? We had a narrative back in 2018, and it was a coping narrative when Bitcoin hit 20K and it went back down. And I never forget, and it was the institutions are coming. So, Caitlin, my question to you is, are the institutions here? Is it finally happening?
I don't know, and I don't care that much. I'll tell you why. I've been consistent since that time. I started writing for Forbes back in 2018 saying this is all a double-edged sword, including the Spot ETF. Yeah. It's a double-edged sword because you're bringing the big Wall Street games, paper money games, to Bitcoin. And it's going to, if you pick up any ETF prospectus, you're going to see that the market makers have the ability for liquidity purposes to create more fund units than they have actual collateral in their proverbial vault. Okay, that's true for ETFs, for stocks, for commodities, and for Bitcoin. It's going to be true. Now, typically you don't see, say, more than 5% fake assets created that are not backed by one for one by the real thing, but they have the ability to do it. And once the ETF gets out there, then you start to get into all the hedge fund, collateral substitution games, right? And all of this ultimately ends in the same kind of market structure that has happened to physical commodities of limited quantity. And I know Larry's all over this issue as well.
Yep. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. I haven't had a chance to read the BlackRock S1. Have you, Caitlin?
No, not in detail.
Yeah,
no.
I'd love to see what's in it. But yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It's the correct way to describe it. I mean, the good news is here's the biggest asset manager that said it was 3 years ago, said it was for money laundering, endorsing it. And of course, they only do that because they think they can make money on it. And not because they are pure of heart, but they can create paper Bitcoin. And somebody on Twitter said, "Oh, no, this is great. We'll be able to see their addresses and see when people buy." And then I said, "What makes you think they're going to tell you their addresses? There's no way you're going to know what they're doing." And this has paper Bitcoin written all over it. And I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years in gold, GLD, and so. The good news is they're endorsing it, and they'll bring more investors into the fold for sure, because now a lot of people who can't, because of career risk, say, "Hey, client, put some money into Bitcoin." Now they can. But the bad news is they'll get their claws on it, and we're going to see more paper Bitcoin.